So today we're talking keratopigmentation update. I had eye color change over a year ago. So we're going to be talking how my eyes are doing. You've been asking, and there we have it. If you guys don't know me, I'm Elaina. Welcome. I usually do makeup looks, tutorials, reviews, and different celebrity impersonations, drag looks, you name it. Just check it out later. So like, comment, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into this. So first of all, excuse the voice. I'm still getting over a cold. I've been coughing for like 3 weeks and it's still not quite there, but we're struggling. We're gonna get there. So in my previous two videos, I was talking about keratopigmentation and then I had a 6 months update. If you guys are interested, I'm going to link those videos here, put a card here, because I go more in depth about the procedure, how the surgery was done, where it was done, and everything. And pretty much it's only done in one place, as far as I know right now in the States. It's done by Dr. Mavshovich in New York. He's the Russian guy, Russian famous ophthalmologist, if I say so myself. He's a great surgeon, so we speak the same language, so that was a kind of a bonus anyway. So besides the point, a lot of people wondering how my eyes are doing, and to make it short, they're doing just fine, just like before the surgery. The only change was the first 3 weeks, when I get dryness. I got a lot of dryness and I had light sensitivity for like 3 days maybe. And then dryness, and what else? I felt like my eyes were a little scratchy, but that was like right after the surgery. And what else? And that's about it. And then my eyes were blurry just the first day because obviously the scars, like the tissue is healing. Imagine the latex surgery, the site correction. That's the same thing. It's the same kind of recovery because they use the same femtosecond laser, and the recovery is very similar, and you can recover pretty quickly. So after that, 3 weeks later, antibiotic drops, steroid drops, I was done, and everything went back to normal. And to say that it was better now, it's actually true. It's funny, but it is true because I used to wear contact lenses. I mean, I still have a lot of them. They send me PR and I just love to play with color, but I'll wear them for like the review, and maybe I'll wear them for the makeup look and I'll take them out. And the most, I'll probably be wearing them for like 10 minutes and that's it. So because I don't wear them every day, my eyes are so much better. And I have kind of eyes on the dry side, so the contacts made them really dry. So that was a big problem for me. Contacts, the modern contacts are very comfortable, so it's not the contacts at me, getting irritated and dry and hours of wearing them. So without them, my eyes are actually healthier, I would think. And I would get some cat hair stuck. I mean, I have 3 cats. Cat hair stuck on the contacts, makeup stuck on the contacts. Sometimes I'll get redness and I can't wear anything for like 3 days because my eyes would get red and irritated from like a scratch from contact lens. So I'm like, how much better is this than, the surgery? Obviously, this is very extreme, but for me personally, this was the right choice and I love them. So to talk about the safety, there have been some rumors lately, not real rumors, but even some people on TV said that it's not safe, but they didn't have the right information and the right resources. There are a couple of articles online. Sorry, I have cat hair and I keep scratching it. A couple of articles online, they mix up the old type of keratopigmentation with a new type. If you guys are not familiar, keratopigmentation done the old way used to be done literally like tattoo, like a corneal tattoo with a needle. They'll just, I guess, would use a small needle and just put a pigment there. Just makes me kind of, ugh. But even after what I've been through, I'm still kind of shivering. But this is done with laser, so to me this is safer. And also, not only to me, don't listen to me, they're governmental websites. So this is .gov. This is a US governmental website, and this is National Library of Medicine. I'm gonna put this link there. I'm not trying to convince anyone, guys, to do the surgery, to have it done. I couldn't care less if you have it done. So if somebody comes with me like, why are you talking about this? Is so dangerous, blah, 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 blah. I'm just talking about my own experience. Calm down, chill all of your tits. I'm just kidding. But anyway, it's really is my personal experience, and I'm telling you how it is. And I'm telling about my own research that I made. I'm not an idiot. I'm 48 years old. I've lived with brown eyes my whole life, and I had no issues with them. I love my brown eyes. I love doing makeup, different color looks. Any color looks great with brown. But I always liked light eyes, and I always wanted light eyes. So once I started to wear contacts, I'm like, I really, really want to make it permanent, but it was kind of like, that's never gonna happen. So once I started to make research, and I read some actual medical articles, like legit articles, saying it is safe. I believed it because it's governmental website. Keratopigmentation, miracle or an adventure. So it talks about that, like a study of different patients. This article is not even new. That's 2020. There's more studies like now, like more modern studies. So it says highlighted KTP, keratopigmentation, is a safe surgical procedure that is easy to learn and perform. It doesn't require expensive materials, avoids more, well, it does kind of, because, it's the skill, doctor's skill that's expensive, and avoids more extensive and invasive reconstructive ocular procedures. Corneal KTP may have a great impact on future ophthalmic surgical practice for both therapeutic and cosmetic perspective. So they actually used to use it in patients with deformities, with sensitivity to light, with some birth defect, when they have like, what do you call it, duochromia, I forgot. Anyway, have different spots on the eye, different colors. So that was kind of a necessity, I guess, for the person to fix the problem. But now it's done for cosmetic reasons, just like anything else. And yes, it gotten more expensive. Now it's $12,000. There's a Groupon. Don't take my word for it. Go research, because I'm not 100% sure if there is still Groupon, but it used to be Groupon for 1,000 off. And if people say, "Oh my God, it's so expensive," but listen, look at this. Think about breast implants, facelift, a Brazilian butt lift, liposuction. People will do all kind of crazy crap. And I never questioned plastic surgery. We're talking about your eyeballs. And you're wondering why it's $12,000? Duh. Your health is in the hands of Dr. Mavshavich eyeballs. So I think it's a fair price for a plastic surgery or cosmetic procedure like this, because it's serious and it's his skill, his tools. It's not so many people do it in the world, so he's really unique too. So that's why it's pricey. And another thing, people are scared of surgical procedures. That's why I always say it's not for everyone. Just keep wearing contact lenses if you don't like the idea, because I have a lot of comments like on Instagram, on my channel, like, I want to have this done, but I'm so nervous. Well, if you're too nervous about any surgical procedures, maybe it's not the right thing for you. What can I say? It's like, I'm not going to convince anybody to do it. You have to be in the right place of mind. Like, some people want big boobs, and they get the big boobs, they get the implants, they go under general anesthesia, they put you to sleep. There's a risk, right? There's a risk. There is a risk. I had a broken elbow. I had two, actually, bike accidents. I'm a cyclist, so I broke two elbows on separate occasions. General anesthesia, they had to put wire here, and it's not a selective procedure, but there you go, there's a risk. You put it under general anesthesia, something goes wrong. So any surgery, what I'm saying, any surgery has some kind of risk, and I'm thinking this one is way less risk. You're awake, you don't feel anything, they numb your eyes, and It's just my trust is in Dr. Mavshovich has experience, and this is like I said before, this is the same laser they use for LASIK surgery, and the FDA approval. Okay, I'll talk about that. It's not FDA approved. What is not approved is the pigment itself and insertion of that pigment, I guess, because that pigment is from Europe, as far as I know, and it's approved like in Europe, wherever they approve it. But what is approved is creating those tunnels, like using that laser to create a tunnel in the eye. It is approved by FDA. So it's kind of like, it's a little like a play of legalities, but overall it's legal to perform the surgery in US. Otherwise Dr. Mavshovich wouldn't be doing it. So I'm just saying it's safer than people think it is. What's not safe are the implants, obviously, the ones that destroy people's eyes, the bright ocular and the laser pigmentation. People going like on the fence about it. Some people say, oh, it's safe, but yet there haven't been any studies in US to prove that it's safe. That's why it's not allowed in US, and people go to third world countries to get it done. Also, it's not as effective on brown eyes. So basically you get like 10 treatments and can barely see the difference, and you have to keep using over and over. And this is a low frequency laser. It's laser as well, and they target your melanin, and then they say the melanin absorbs into the body, into the eye. So it's kind of like when they say that the cool sculpting, your fat absorbs into your body. Kind of creeps me out, but anyway, let's believe it's true. But that laser increases intraocular pressure and creates a chance of glaucoma. So that's why it's not safe, and it's not allowed in US because obviously, there can be consequences. So I think Kerato is the safest procedure. This is the close-up. Let me zoom in so you can see better. And this is natural daylight. Before it gets dark, I want you to see it. So this is like very close. So you'll see some of my brown inside because my pupil constricted because of the light, obviously, and you can see a little bit of brown. So like I said, the color itself doesn't move because it's stained over your outside of the eye cornea. So all you see is the color, but you see a little bit of brown. But most people don't get that close, so they can't really see that. Now, talking about aesthetics. Some people say, oh my God, that looks so awful. The eyes look horrible. What did you do to yourself? Chill. It's not your eyeballs. It's my eyeballs. I love them. Okay, so let's be real. You saw the close-up from outside. I showed you. Up close, when you look like, when you're like this, right? Like face to face. And if it's bright daylight, my own pupil constricts, right? Your pupil becomes small, but the leaf, because you have to be able to dilate at night, so you drive. So that's why the hole actually kind of bigger. So you can still see the brown through, so you can see that up close, right? So people wonder like, oh, are these contacts? So they think they're called contacts, right? So that's where people say, they look like contacts, they look terrible. Well, to me, contacts look beautiful. I love contacts. But from a distance, from normal distance, like where my camera is now, but what, 3 feet? Like a personal space? Nobody can tell. I actually get compliments. Oh, I love your blue eyes. They're so pretty. I love the color. And nobody can tell anything. So this is up to you. It's not for everyone. Like I say, if you don't like the look, if you don't want to look at yourself up close and say, oh my God, this is permanent, and now I look like I'm wearing color contacts for the rest of my life. Oh my God. Don't go for it. I love them. I personally love them. So it's all personal, If something makes you happy, have it done. If not, then not, That's all I can say. So let me zoom it in so you can see. So this is the ring light, obviously, the studio lights. But you already saw in the daylight. So you might be able to see, let me zoom in even more if I can. No, I think that's the closest. Okay, so that's a closest zoom. So you might be able to see, so yeah, my pupils are small now. You can see the pupil and you can see brown, right? So when I was having surgery, I was asking Dr. Mavshovich if you could make the blue a little closer, right? So you can't see as much brown. But I wasn't even thinking. And he says, you won't be able to see in the dark. It's not even legal. He can't do that because I'll be in a car accident because it's going to be blurry. And this is a reality situation. It has to be wide enough so you can see in the dark. And I haven't had any issues looking at the seeing in the dark. I can drive fine. I don't see any lights or any blurriness or anything. So yeah, so this works. This kind of hole, pupil hole, it does work. So if that's not for you, you see this, then it's not for you, all I can say. So I'm not trying to convince anyone. I just love them personally. For me, they're beautiful. But if you guys don't like it, fine. Almost forgot to mention, I don't have any issues with my vision either, because my vision was almost perfect before the surgery, and it's exactly the same after the surgery. I was in New York in October visiting my friends and just sightseeing. So I saw Dr. Mavshovich for the follow-up, and in October it was like 9 months-ish, 10 months, yeah, something like that. And he said everything looks exactly the same, and I could feel it too. I can see as good as I used to be able to see. There's no dryness, there's no blurriness, there's no light sensitivity, pretty much. And to mention one more thing, if your eyes are brown and you do keratopigmentation with blue, it's not gonna make your eyes light and sensitive like light eyes, because your eyes are still brown underneath, so nothing changes really. You're still not sensitive to light. I just wanted to mention that because people wonder. So I hope this satisfied your curiosity. I think I answered all the questions, and I'm gonna find more articles and I'm gonna link them. Either if I can put a card, I'll put a card, but I'm not sure if I can do that. But I'll list some articles in the description box, and what it is and how safe it is. You can go read up by yourself. If you consider it's too dangerous for you, oh well, just it's not for everyone. What can I say? Because I get a lot of those comments, saying like, "Oh, do not promote dangerous surgery." It's not dangerous. It's not as dangerous people make it seem to be. So to each their own. All I can say, to each their own. So if you love your brown eyes, if you don't want to change anything, great. I had my brown eyes for 48 years. Now I have the blue eyes, and I'm happy with it. So that's all, guys. Leave me a comment if you have any more questions. Ask me. I'll answer anything. I'm very open. I'm very transparent. I never hide anything from you guys. Maybe I'm too open. My husband says, like, you open your mouth and everything comes out. But, that's my personality. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on social media if you like. All the links are in the description box. Again, excuse the voice. I'm losing it again. So, hopefully I won't be coughing next time I film a video. So, thank you for watching. Love you guys. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.